What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Now, we have some great boxing news that was just released, I believe, today. And it looks like Saul Canelo Alvarez will be facing none other than Austin No Doubt Trout on the Floyd Mayweather and to be determined opponent undercard on Cinco de Mayo weekend, so May 4th. That would be the Saturday. To me, this is excellent news. My biggest complaint with Golden Boy or the way they're managing Canelo is that he's 40 plus fights deep into his career. He started when he was 15 years old, and he basically had to learn on the job. He didn't have an amateur background. Obviously, 15 is a very young age to turn pro. He was in Mexico, turned pro, and they've been building him up. But I just feel they've been building him up rather slowly, and it's time for him to test the waters and see how he would do against another belt holder or a true 154 pounder. They were talking about making a potential Miguel Cotto versus Canelo fight. If Cotto beat Trout, Trout upset him in his backyard, basically. Miguel Cotto is from Puerto Rico, but as you guys know, New York, Madison Square Garden, that area has tons of Puerto Rican followers. He has a huge fan base out there. Austin Trout upset his plans, and now it looks like he's the guy in line. So this would be a unification fight taking place again on the Mayweather undercard. Most likely Mayweather will fight Robert the Ghost Guerrero. He did throw out that Devin Alexander's a front runner. I really doubt that. And from what I heard, I think Richard Schaefer made a comment stating that Devin Alexander is mandatory unless he relinquishes his belt that he fights Kell Brook because there was an eliminator or something. So I think, honestly, I think Mayweather may have thrown that out there just kind of throw a monkey wrench. And I heard Robert Guerrero was asking for too much money or more money than what they were trying to offer him. So I think it's more or less maybe a marketing strategy. But back to Canelo and Austin Trout, I think this is an excellent matchup, and hopefully everything goes just as planned. And boxing is looking like it's on the horizon, the uprise, or whatever you want to call it, because we have April Nonito and Guillermo Rigondeaux, which is another awesome matchup that the fans have been begging for. And now, the next month, we're going to have Austin Trout versus Canelo Alvarez. So I think it's really going to test both fighters. And the storyline behind these two fighters fighting is like a plot to a movie. You have, like, if you watch Kickboxer with Van Damme, I'm a big movie junkie. I like action films and cheesy 80s movies and stuff. But if you watch Kickboxer, it's pretty much the same plot, except for they were kickboxing in Thailand or whatnot, as opposed to boxing. But the Austin Trout story was the belt that he has, he earned it from Canelo's older brother by upsetting Canelo's older brother in Mexico. And Canelo and I guess Canelo's mom was ringside and they were cringing and knew the older brother was losing the fight, and basically Austin Trout became champ after that. So now this is like, all right, he already beat your older brother, just like in the Kickboxer movie, and Canelo would have to be the Van Damme character. So we'll see if he prevails and knocks Su Cow. That's just a reference if you guys have ever seen the movie. Anyway, I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, it's a great backstory. Austin Trout, it's not his first time upsetting someone. He upset Canelo's brother, as I mentioned, and he also upset Miguel Cotto. And it's really going to test both fighters. And for once, we're going to see Canelo against somebody who's perhaps has some more advantages. They're in the prime of their career. They're young. I believe Austin Trout has a height and reach advantage. I'd have to do a little bit of research, but just judging on like the Cotto weigh-in, it looked like Austin Trout was pretty tall. And another thing is Austin Trout is a very, very slick fighter. I'm going to do a prediction video probably closer to the fight, but just my early comments, this is not no walk in the park for Canelo, because I honestly feel like this is probably going to be his toughest test, just because Austin Trout does have some advantages over him in terms of he's a crafty fighter and he has youth. The biggest name on Canelo's resume currently, to me, would probably be Sugar Shane Mosley. And Sugar Shane Mosley went up from 147, hadn't won in like 4 years, and then he fought Canelo. So he definitely wasn't in his prime. He was about to be 41 years old at the time he fought Canelo, and he hadn't been looking good in previous fights. So Canelo looked spectacular against Mosley, but again, I don't think this was the prime Mosley we were seeing. Not that that would have been the difference, because I don't know, because that's not the Mosley we've seen. So I'm not here to speculate on what would have happened if it was Mosley in his prime. So, like I said, it's an excellent matchup. It's going to be a matchup of styles. As far as harder hitter, stronger fighter, um, in terms of punching power, would be definitely Canelo. Um, Canelo mixes up his punches. He throws combinations, which is good. Sometimes one complaint I do have about Canelo is sometimes it appears that he takes breaks in the rounds, and against a fighter who's technically sound and stealthy and crafty and awkward and who's gonna stay busy, they might outwork you. So it's really gonna be a tough test for Canelo and Austin Trout, because can Austin Trout weather the storm and keep Canelo off him with the combination punches and the power that Canelo has? And for Canelo, it'll be, can he endure and outwork somebody like Austin Trout, who doesn't have as much power, but they find a way to win. They're both undefeated. I think it's just an excellent matchup. So again, I'll do a prediction video closer to the fight, and I just want to make sure it was finalized and not waste my time. But from what everything I've read, Canelo has the green light. The fight's being made. I guess Golden Boy didn't want him to announce it until it was finalized. But according to Canelo and Team Canelo, it's a done deal. So I'm definitely looking forward to this fight. Let me know who you guys think wins this fight. Why do you guys feel that Canelo will win, or why do you think Austin Trout will win? And let me know what you guys think. Also, who do you want to see Mayweather fight? Because I don't know why the main event hasn't been announced, and the co-main event or another popular fight on the undercard is already announced, but we don't even know the main event. It just seems a little ass backwards. So I don't know what's taking so long, but let me know what you guys think. As always, hate, comment, or subscribe. Until next video, it's Ego, signing off.